As we are once again live on the internet. Yeah, I'm gonna do an afternooner as I have some time to spend. In the background, I'm getting a few things ready. Like this, and this, and then this, and go into here, and into here. Let's see if this works. Now it does. Yay. Gonna do some stuff on the build collection. Thought I might as well. You know, keep myself sane by maybe seeing if we have some people joining me, keeping me company.
Entering safe
area. As yeah, it's mostly going to not be a play stream. It's going to be working on the build collection stream and maybe some spreadsheeting afterwards. I'm double checking that actually this finished. It did, okay. Yeah, so I'm gonna move some builds around on the build collection, get some build pictures in.
Take a look at what I've got for you.
Basically, get stuff set up. I'm moving Ortiz, this character. Oh, actually, still have this piece. I was answering a question earlier with China Light. I'm moving a build from this character over to another, and I'm moving. Well, Ortiz is already on them. And then moving a build back as well from moving Hotshot as well off of her onto another character as well. This Ortiz piece doesn't belong here. I was doing some testing as there was a question under one of my their latest video on if China Light is worth using, and I just wanted to provide numbers as well, so I was messing about with having a China Light piece versus an electric piece for vial ticks. That often comes up, but especially in Eclipse, I know the answer very well because you're giving up way too much in fire ticks for those vial ticks if you go China. Here it's a little bit closer just because Ortiz just does, the Xuro set just does less damage. So it's a little bit closer, so it's maybe viable, but also still it's a loss. In my opinion, it's a loss in damage. It's not a gain in damage. So why do it? Yeah, I need to, so there she's basically exchanging this build to character 4 because character 4 does not have the flame turret. That's an issue I hadn't run into. Character not having a skill. And of course that's a character with the side missions not done, and I want to keep it that way. And they have already spent all of their SHT techs, so yeah, choices due to those kind of things. Oh, and hey there, Scooby. And indeed, another early stream as yeah, just I'm gonna do some build collection stuff and make a new build picture for Xuro as well. Move a few builds around. Move as well. Yeah, Tip of the Spear, of course, has been made into something else. So, like, we're exchanging some builds around. Yeah, I'm gonna start just on this. Let's just get going. I'm gonna load up just this build first. Not this build. This build. This is going to character 4. It's gonna equip pieces and put these in the stash. I will not have any other future initiative pieces in the stash, so it will be obvious that it will be these. That character has their own BTSU, so that doesn't need to go. And then yeah, this that setup backpack goes. This rifle as well. She doesn't use this for anything else, I think. I mean, it would be weird if she did. Yeah, no. I'm thinking maybe for this, but in here as well now. Or actually this. But in here as well, yeah, no. Just using a rifle as the other one. Yeah. This thing can stay. The other character likely has a TDI card that is gonna match this. Does this get used in any other build? It does, so that is also safe. Because orphaning pieces is sometimes hard as well. Yeah, let's start on that character first then. Set that build up. It will end up the same, so I can just copy the build picture over, which will be nice and handy. As I'll basically just rename. So what's going to happen here is this is going to become 3.04. OE? Does OE make sense? No, right? Nobody's going to add. That's a thing with their new sets. They were going with Exuro. That's not how you spell Exuro. Exuro glass. So that goes over there. 3.04 becomes 4.04, and it's gonna be the exact same build. So that doesn't need a new build picture. I'll go over. She'll have the same pieces available. And yeah, later on, I wanna kind of run some numbers for Ouroboros in some of the ways that, yeah, actually, well, Toasty brought him up yesterday of contractors versus Fox versus Sokolov when you're getting boosted by somebody else. So it's gonna be in a little bit there. Let's take this as the base. What spec did it have? Was technician? Okay, so this is the base because yeah, it will have technician and we'll have the turret and the drone likely modded correctly as well. As in these half healers, I don't use them often. I keep moving them around. This build has been moved around quite a lot actually recently. They're useful, but they're not great. That's kind of as well the reason that I just mod everything separately. That's this one. Basically, the mods just stick in the gear, so I don't have to like move that kind of stuff around. That SVD also needs to come out. This one.
I agree.
SVD. Lefty. That's set up. BDSU and then 4 pieces FI. So this is FI with roll to skill damage. So it only has a little bit of healing, but still enough just from the bonuses. And of course, yeah, the mods are FI or repair skill as well. So it does have a decent turret, especially. Because yeah, the turret actually goes in that slot. Making sure that the mods are correct as well with it. And then in this slot, it becomes a healing hive. And as well, it can be a technician hive as well. None of these will matter for the artificer, but just so it's not something weird. Well, the range might matter. Oh, actually, well, it's a healing hive actually. It's not an artificer, so let's actually set it up correctly with healing. But yeah, when it becomes an artificer hive, it doesn't matter what things it has. Oh, actually, she has a future perfect PDI as well. So that all works out. Usually I just put the Scorpio instead of this. The thing isn't there as an option. Sometimes you kind of need that long range shot to just get opportunistic on enemies and stuff. Feel the mods on this are a little bit weird. Actually, well, it's all stability, right? That's what I've gone for. Yeah. Keep it as is. So yeah, this is basically saved here. Let's just give it a name as well. Rename for tech FI feeler. Feeler. All right. I do name my slots. So this is basically set. Let me double check that on the build collection. It's also actually correct. So let's open up the build picture. Actually, that's not the right browser, is it? Actually, it should be in this other browser. Let's this one. This should all be the same. So no need to alter anything. Yeah, the damage numbers for this, but it doesn't matter. It's there to heal, provide FI buff, and do a little bit of damage on its own. The one thing will be actually on technician. So what does she use technician for actually? Although yeah, sniper's not being boosted there is fine for it. But she shotguns ARs, especially shotgun AR, rifle AR. Oh yeah, this doesn't per se need to be this rifle. Rifle AR, rifle AR, rifle AR, rifle AR. Shotgun sniper, although likely more double shotgun for this anyway, so doesn't matter. Yeah, so yeah, we're using shotguns especially as well. So yeah, I'll just not like change anything here. That marksman rifle is just there to mark anyway. It'll most of the times as well, it just gets replaced by a Scorpio and then just a Scorpio and a sledge, just to apply the opportunistic. Mostly. The in-sync is nice, but I can always as well have an in-sync pistol on all characters usually, so could always just use that. Actually, I might actually put that in. Where does this get used more? Okay, it gets used everywhere. So what I will do actually is I'll put the in-sync pistol in here just because it'll be worth it for the turrets. Actually, yeah, no, let's just keep going this. It's fine. This build is done. Let's go back to the other one. Colors should as well, actually, just to check. That should have all carried over from the other one. Oh yeah, left these. I leave the mods this slot open. Actually, yeah, I should put tendrils on it. It's kind of nice and goofy. Let's go back to character tree. As yeah, this one is set. Let's go back to character tree, and there we'll make the X0 set and make a build picture from it for it. And yeah, I've several different ways that I've want this to look up there, so
Safe area entered.
we'll have different variants a little bit. Let's take as the base of it Eclipse, I think. Yeah, let's take this as the start of it. It will be with the capacitor instead. Will be with a lefty. It will be with this thing. Yeah, she should have all the pieces in her inventory already, so. We're gonna save it as a 5-piece because when you like gear sets, you can make it 25% better by putting the 5th piece in. So of course, yeah, it just only gets saved that way. So I should go optimize this chest, because yeah, this chest has been in here in my stash for quite a while. I was like, I don't really have a use for it. This isn't actually. I have an electric test. I should actually check what the difference between the two will be, but I don't feel I could answer that just off the top of my head. I feel they would be likely basically the same. Like actually status might actually still win out by a tiny amount on the status end, but this also then applies to the weapon a little bit more, so let's justify it that way. Yeah, it's a tiny optimization. We can afford that. All right. I have to. I can always spend a ton of points for it. Well, this is actually the layout of it. I'm gonna make sure the hive is set up correctly. She really needs this mod to be a 5%. What am I doing? I need to go farm this. Because she uses the hive a lot. And yeah, in this slot, of course, we get the flame turret. Let's set up this as well. Duration over health. Very much so. So I'm not sold on... Because yeah, this burn damage doesn't increase the burn duration in the same way that burn strength does for fire cams. But this is 5k to the fire. The fire is likely as well going to stay longer even when they get out of it, so... Yeah, burn damage, no. Duration or haste? I mean, that's a tiny difference. Although actually, well, not that tiny of a difference, just because this is a humongous number. 35 seconds is long. It feels long, it is long. I'm going to go for duration because one of the setups is BTSU and I can just reset the skill. Indeed, exactly. If 4 pieces is good, then 5 pieces is gooder, and 6 pieces is the goodest. That's how that things works, of course. Let's put this in the slot, as you know, we have items missing with that one. Actually, as well, I think that opens her up for... Oh no, she has the other one, of course. I was going to say that opens her up for taking this back, but actually it doesn't, because... She has another build that uses Technician together with... but yeah, setup is this. It's going to either get a Vial, or get a BTSU, or get a Acosta. And that actually means that I kind of need to get an Acosta, an extra one. Because yeah, I keep one in my stash, and then if a character needs one. The next Acosta I find I will actually keep, which is not a sentence. It's a brand new sentence. It's an r/brand new sentence. The next Acosta I will find, I will keep. And yeah, now the question comes, which one do I put as the main build picture? Because the Val one seems like the obvious one to go for damage. But I really like the BTSU one. And I think I will go with the BTSU one, because this Val version is just the worst Eclipse. Like, yeah. As I needed some convincing for myself there. The Val version is just the worst Eclipse. This version, at least, is... I mean, it's still a worse version than the BTSU Eclipse, but it still makes a little bit more sense, I feel. I'm going to put this as the main. 5 pieces in suited 10 piece, indeed. We're... Exuro ro. Yeah. That's how plurality works, right? Well, hey, they're gonna going. Schedule is getting more and more random. Well, the evening streams are just the evening streams. Once in a while, I'll Because yeah, I usually as well don't really know when I do have time or not during the days. Because, for instance, as well now, I was supposed to have a meeting in like an hour. That fell through, meaning that I have like 3 hours in a row that I can kind of spend. And then I was like, you know. But yeah, usually these afternoon streams because, yeah, in the evenings I find that, you know, I kind of want to play the game and also like run around with people. So I'll be doing sometimes these afternoon streams, doing these kinds of stuff because the cleaning up the build collection, moving stuff around. Let's get this going. Do one with survivalist. Yeah. It's actually been a while since I've added the build to the build collection. Let's see if I remember how. Although I feel likely. It's like riding a bike. You'll fall over a few times and then it'll be fine. You'll scrape your knees a little. Yeah. This kind of busy works and stuff, I feel. Usually in the evenings, I feel more like just going out and doing things in the game. So yeah, these afternoons spent on these, I feel, might be the way as well. I'll be going into it in the future. But yeah, for me, it's always... Oh, of course. For a second there, I was like, Providence Defense? Why is there... But yeah, Sacrifice. I was like, wait, did I misplace a piece there? But yeah, need to be in the void, of course. Let's go in the void. Took a second for there to click what was happening there. Let's put that over there. So come down like this. Let's get the name of BTSU and put that over there as well. And then stat-wise, I won't be taking any of the stats really. I'll be just showing the skills. So we have that one. We have incinerator turret skill. There's stats blocks to go with it. Let's get it like that. And like that. Oh. Yeah, the hive doesn't have a 35-second cooldown per charge. That's not correct. Yeah. Let's flip those two around. Let's turn that error upside down. Let's actually stand in this corner before one of those people runs into me. Yeah, let's get the stat blocks. I'm gonna refresh this one once just so everything I paste goes into the middle. And one thing I kind of want to try as well, and we'll try this actually after I've taken the stats off of here. Hopefully I'll have enough resources still like kind of laying around. Kind of want to try this with having a lot more skill damage. One of the things is that fire is constantly getting reapplied. So duration is maybe not like the thing to actually care about with status effect. And skill damage then might apply a little bit to the damage of the turret itself as well. And I kind of want to see what the numbers of it will become. We could calculate it out, but I'm lazy. We'll just recalibrate it and then see what the outcome is. It'll just be 4 recalibrations. And maybe I'll move that other sacrifice with skill damage over as well, just to have that. Shit, let's put these in their places because I'm already losing track of which one belongs to which. As well, let me actually turn this on just so I can move OBS out of the way but still have chat up. Just have it over there. So yeah, that's the backpack. That's the holster. So I should line them up here to start off with. There we go. Oh yeah, let's continue with the Bitsu. The Bitsu data gloves. Surprised that I don't have like all god rolls for some of these like exotics at this point. Because I usually do like if I get an actual god roll version of those kind of things, I usually do take the effort to, even though these other ones are optimized to be the same stats, just for the looks of it. Just because people do see my builds. They see my stats. I'm exposed. I will select everything and resize everything all together. Just so it's all the same resize. There we go. Okay, let's do this like this. That looks a little bit. Let's move this up a layer and hide our mistakes there. But I'm curious to see what people find as uses for this thing maybe over time. Because I could totally see like back when like floor 10 existed, this would have been a decent idea for in there maybe. Or when Anderson existed as well too. Because it's a lot easier to use than Eclipse, really. You don't have to keep fire camming. You just throw the turret out there, turn it on and off for a while. Have you tried turning it on and off again? Which is basically the playstyle of this build, basically. You want to extend the duration there. So we have all of the stats there. What I'm going to do now is, we're going to make it a 5-piece again, put in the vow, and then I'm just gonna put, let's move the division screen, the in-game one, up there for a little bit. Work in the lower right. Let's lock that. Just to show it as an option, basically, having the vow. Try to paste it into OBS. That's not the place. That's not the build collection. And yeah, with the glove as well next to it. Because sometimes people don't understand. They go like, but what piece do you put then in the glove slot? It's just like, if you put a vowel in, you're taking it to a 3-piece. Take a while to guess what goes back into that slot. But yeah, you'd be surprised at some of the questions I sometimes receive from people. Although, I mean, it's just one of those derpy moments of just, you know, I have those sometimes as well. But what does this mean? And it's just like, dude, are you serious? It's obvious, right? Here as well, we'll also, as an option, show surprised I have the fire turret graded to 10. because it doesn't seem like something I would grade to 10. But it adds damage, so actually that's why.
Right until it really matters.
I mean, yeah. That one is kind of like for both of them. And then, yeah, let's just have the Scorpio there as well. Of course, Scorpios are always Scorpioing. You know what? If we're gonna put a Scorpio in there, let's do it with this one. With a grade 20. Because let's flex. Why not? Why not flex? Should have put the grade 20 capacitor I have as well. Yes, options all in the bottom right there. You know what? I will actually do that. Let's take the capacitor out of my stash. The grade 21. We'll equip it, take us into the void, and we'll sneakily put this here, and then nobody will know. Maybe somebody will know, but if I do it a little bit right, it is still noticeable actually that it's still a little bit like it's skewed, not in the exact same way. So, but yeah, that's not gonna, no one's gonna notice that. Yeah, this is actually the Zero build. Zero glass / BTSU. I'm gonna put it here. Yeah, I'm not going to put any other skills, especially with the BTSU version. The Hive is kind of like the thing. What I should put as well, maybe, because there's one other option that I kind of liked as well, which is to have the, although it's not as good, I feel, but going Technician and going Artificer Hive. So let's maybe do that. We'll go Technician. Let's put this back before I accidentally keep it. If you're thinking about it now as well, Memento might be a... I haven't tried it with a Memento at all. Because usually, for instance, in the clips, you really don't want to go Memento because you don't want to give up that backpack talent. But here, like the backpack talent really only adds in range. It's not the greatest. I mean, it is good, but yeah, this would add double in both status effect and skill damage, and then also duration, also haste. Maybe I should try to Memento with it a little bit, as I want to murder her because she knocked me out of my menu. Still don't understand why they have that. What are we doing? But yeah, let's move this up. Let's move these three up as well. Creating a little bit of a hole there. We'll let's take this picture. I think, although at this point it might be a little bit unclear what means what with what. But it's fine. So eventually I'll also do a build build showcase on this one. Actually, likely even after the next one, after Heartbreaker Tech Tank. I might actually do X0 and then go into the weird tech tanks and then go into Hotshot. I feel that might be the way of doing it, because this build is kind of worth showing, maybe. Yeah, and I feel that is all of it. Let's see if we correctly saved it. Let's also rename this slot because it's no longer that. It is for serve X0. And saving it like this, yeah, indeed, just you can put in a file. She already has a file for other builds. She has a BDSU from other builds. She doesn't have a Acosta yet, but I'll just put one in her inventory, just loose. That one's actually the least useful one, I feel, anyway, but I still want to have it available. But yeah, the BTSU one is kind of my favorite. Especially because it also gives you a really useful second skill. Yeah, so we have done this one. Bring up this. Let's close this. So yeah, 3.04 is at the ready. Although actually, in my most recent video, of course, I say it's going to be a 4.04, but turns out I was a liar. And yeah, the one other thing I want to do, she's going to swap a build with character 2. She's character 3. She's going to swap this hotshot. Is going to go to character 2, and this tip of the spear is going to come back to her. Straight swap across. But yeah, this used to be like the first build on that character. It no longer will be a real build, of course. Oh, I need to also check in the recommended build list if tip of the spear headhunter is in there. It should be, I would think. Yes, this no longer is a thing. I feel kind of bad about putting, like I feel I should leave a few spaces there, going from hotshot headhunter to focus aces. But yeah, focus aces is like a B tier build. Hotshot headhunter is like an S tier build. Them being like right after each other may give the wrong idea. I don't have many other like actually pure sniping. Well, I mean even these two aren't like real sniping builds. But yeah, there's the high end, this high end Regulus, which also can kind of, of course, double as a thingy. As a would attack 5 or with a M44 white death. But yeah, so actually, I should move this to be an old build, an X build, just to save the old numbers of this, just to not overwrite this. So that's what we'll do. Let's actually do that. So 2.01, this is going to become, actually, let's go to the bottom. How many X's do we have? We have 28 X's so far. Gonna rename this to be old pre. I'm not gonna say pre-nerf, but pre-change. Changes. TU19, just for history's sake. And what was it going to become? It's going to become X29. X.29, which are the X builds at the end of the list. I'll refresh this and it will show up down there, leaving a hole at 2.01. Wait, where did it go? Where did it go? Did I misname it something else? No. Let's refresh again. Why is it at the top? Oh, I put a space. I know. There's a space there. That's why. Let's try again. Because they're just sorted by alphabet, and that's why like X builds go to the end. That's why they're also X builds. So yeah, that one's there. No longer an active build. I think actually the headhunter that she'll move over, which not that one. 3 point something. I have it here actually, 3.08. So this one. I think I also moved the weapons across anyway. Because the other character does have white deaths and D50 determined, but they are DTH weapons, I think. And I would rather want DTOC. I'm trying to actually look. Could I sneak one of these weapons somewhere else? And hey there, Muddy. And yeah, indeed, I am changing the schedule. Pray I change it no further. But yeah, it's this one's basically off schedule. We are off the rails. We are off the chain. We are instead of IKEA after dark, it's IKEA way after dark. So after dark that it's light again. That's what's happening here. I likely could actually no, not there, not there, not there. Maybe there. Trying to find a good place to maybe save. Actually, where is this lefty saved? Otherwise as well. Oh, it was saved in the other belt. Okay, so yeah, no, that's fine. Trying to find a spot to maybe save that white death as well for here, but we'll just maybe keep that in the inventory because it kind of works with this build as well, with the one that we recently ran. Well, I mean, you know, rails. Who needs them? We're off in the forest. I ain't no railroad magnate tycoon. That's actually maybe a game to maybe play one of the other games days, but also as well, I've been using the other game days for just Division anyway, because we have things and stuff to do. Yeah, let's just start moving this thing across. So the Mantis will stay with her. The Nemesis will stay with her. Because she'll still use those for that Headhunter one. This white death goes. Actually, nowadays, yeah. This is so nice, actually, and I keep forgetting about it, but yeah. Nowadays, it shows at the bottom here in which loadouts a weapon is saved. Meaning that I can go and check if it's like, instead of going through all of the list, it's just going through and going like, oh, it's just this build. Yeah, I'll move that across as well. That DTOC thing. The chain killer actually doesn't need to go because he'll have his own. As well, I can look here, of course, and bring up this. What is it? Yeah, there's own RLD backpack as well. So these will kind of go into the stash, I think, and just live there. Actually, we might as well in a little bit just theory craft what we want to do with Tip of the Spear. I think I'm just going to turn it into a red build. Not using the chest or backpack from Tip of the Spear and just using it like a red build style. Those two will go in as well. I feel all the pieces are in. Let's move on over to the other character. And yeah, they'll just trade across. I kind of need to redo the recommended build list as well. I need to just put Striker at the top here. Just at the top, just go first sentence, just build a Striker and then the rest. I feel that might be the way to really go, actually. Let's actually as well, because we'll be making a copy of this base, the black one, and this will become 2.01. 2.01. Oh, no, actually, it won't. It will become 3.08 because we're just going to copy the other one over. As I say, we have currently two 3.08s, and then this one will become 2.01. That will become his first build. It used to be tip of the spear, now it's going to become hot shot.
Safe area detected.
Swear an oath that means something.
So let's see, hotshot mask, hotshot holster, hotshot knee pads, hotshot gloves, and a system corruption backpack. No, actually, well, he doesn't need those backpacks because he has his own already. The build wise is it's like it already was like this, so it always had the possibilities. And yeah, these are DTH ones, right? Is this one actually free? Okay, this one's free talentable. That's why I kept it likely. I'd rather have the detox ones. Might actually destroy those DTH ones. Well, you would think I would have a determined white that is free talentable. You would think. Because yeah, detox adds more to the first shot. DTH adds more to the max shot. Because DTH does go into the calculation. But I think I would much rather have the first shot potential. I mean, what I would really want is actually, yeah, determined defib, but yeah, that's also like a hard piece to get. And then, so you can re-roll this at my own whenever I want. But that's maybe asking for a little bit too much. For the secondary here, I will save it with the Mantis. Oh, Nemesis at the ready. Let's make sure it's all the same color, which actually, strangely enough, oh, actually, I haven't equipped the pieces. That was still a tip of the spear build. Let's put these in. And that looks about right. Let's make sure, double check the mods while we're here. What's it? Duration, scan range, and damage, of course. Although, of course, nothing in the slot really matters. It'll do. Its pulsing will do 5% more damage. Yeah, let's overwrite that. And then, actually, before I go on there, let's rename it as well. One sharp HS, or well, let's just do hot or shot. Hot shot. There we go. T and R are next to each other. Yeah. Let's put in those tip of the spear pieces. So I'm hoping actually that all of these are actually it's gonna I'm gonna move them, of course, to being from a headshot mods to not being headshot mods. I'm hoping that all of the pieces will be red core, like the core not being changed. Okay, luckily it isn't. I meaning we can reuse those pieces pretty easily. We'll put them to crit chance and crit damage, so those will go in. All of them are, so that's nice. Do I have 2 chain killers now in here? I'm hoping not. Well, actually, I feel, except that one character now, all of the other characters have a chain killer already. So, and that's RLD. I might actually deconstruct this RLD backpack because we'll see. Let's leave it for now. I might make a 3-2-1 build, and we could use that maybe. Yeah, let's actually do colors as well while we're here. Let's actually pick one of the new colors, seeing as new seasons and new colors. Let's go with something, you know, horrible looking. No, I don't hate that one. It is horrible looking. That's half of the fun. That was pretty okay. I do like the chain killer chest, especially for like how much color it shows. That one might be it actually. Sequoia, let's keep that in mind. This is always important, of course, too. This is the most important step. Division fashion. you have to look good. It is. Yeah, no, point blank. I like point blank always, but I always only use this on PFEs, so let's keep it like that. Yeah, let's go with Sequoia. A few red tints. And now let's overwrite our loadout. Did I get rid of the 2 weapons? No, I didn't. Why do I have Jade selected as? You would think I would have the other one. Yeah, I see. One thing I do want to change there, which is this to this. Let's go all in on damage. Exactly. That weapon handling there, that 5 weapon handling is not going to change it. Yeah, why do I have this skin on this? It's not bad looking, but like this one is kind of really good looking, I think. With the glass works and that shimmering like that. Also, it's a very old skin, so much rarer than the white jade. So let's go with that. As again, looking good is the most important part. Who cares about stats? Ain't no fool who gives a damn about stats. This I feel is done. Let's go to the build picture of it. Making sure that it kind of lines up. I don't care enough to redo like the picture of the Heraldi backpack and stuff. Like the optimizations are different on the backpack and the chest. Same stats though, so I don't care enough to alter that.
It's hard to tell what sort of system tolerances we're playing with.
And the rest of it looks fine. So we'll keep it as is. And yeah, that's now moved to be in that slot. And again, this is kind of why I always like all of those mods and stuff being in place already in the gear and not being tied to the character. Makes moving stuff around a little bit easier. Although, of course, I'm in a weird position where that kind of stuff happens because I'm gonna guess like less people that have done the raids have there are less people that have done raids, or more people that have done raids than have moved like as many builds around as I feel I have likely. That's like a tiny amount of the player base. Yeah, this is all good. kind of want to check for a second. How many white deaths do I have in this place now? Because I feel I might have too many, and I might just get rid of that DTH one. I'm pretty okay with. Oh, I'm holding a sniper rifle. That's why everything's at the top. So I have this other one with DTOC that is really close to being well optimized. So I'll just use that. And yeah, that Deagle also might get the same fate. We'll keep them for now. It's only 2 pieces. Let's go back to the other character. And let's see if we can theory craft something for... Okay, let's make it big for a little bit as well. Because we'll not be jumping and making the build picture right away. We'll first have a little bit of a look at here as well. Let's bring up the
Safe area entered.
the thingy, the Discord spreadsheet. Oh, and hey there, Moody. Gear sets. Because I actually don't remember what the backpack at chest talent got changed to completely.
It's hard.
Where is tip of the spear? There's tip of the spear. Actually, let's bring it up because so the spreadsheet of the Discord should be updated. I hope. Usually it is. Azure is really on the ball usually with it, with updating it.
Hard not to worry what might be waiting for us.
Yeah, it does because yeah, this is the new stuff. So yeah, the chest does increased aggressive recon signature weapon damage from 15 to 30%. Every third signature weapon. Oh yeah, I remember now. Because I played around with it on PTS with both the chest and the backpack, or like separately and stuff. I kind of ended up with just skipping them. Because yeah, this increase from 15 to 30%, you could also just, yeah, have a damage talent there. That kind of gives just as much. Oh yeah, and the backpack, you kind of, this thing was so awkward. The backpack, you have to deplete your entire signature ammo pool. And then you get a plus 50% weapon damage, which is quite a big one. I mean, that's like still like it's an extra. It will be more than like vigilance or something, but it's so awkward. It's so awkward. It also doubles the amounts generated, which is kind of nice. But really, yeah. The thing I think I'm gonna do with it is let's go grab the pieces first. Does she have a demo build already? Will it interfere with anything else? Oh, she has no demo builds, so that actually works out as well. I can freely choose it. What I ended up using it mostly for is this demo. Just spamming the thing out and hoping for the best. Let's actually have a look. If she has any pieces down here that we could reuse, most likely, yeah, we can put the just the FAMAS in. And how many ARs does she have actually? She has a bunch. Yeah, let's just put that AR. Let's put a secondary Scorpion. Actually, well, this won't have crit chance, so let's Elmo this. Of course, we need to get rid of that weapon, so let's Elmo this. Let's put a FAMA secondary. This needs to be a TDI card for doing that kind of stuff. Let's grab the 4 pieces of Tip of the Spear that we had so far. Yeah, luckily we can just crit damage him up. Let's put that in. We'll put this in. This one in. And this one in. Does she actually have a crit? She has a crit chance mod, but she doesn't have crit damage mods. Why doesn't she have crit damage mods? Usually I keep a crit damage mod on every character. Might have put it in something and put it in the stash by accident. Wouldn't surprise me. We'll take a Cheska chest. She should have a Cheska chest. She should have a Grupo backpack. Or maybe the other way around. We'll do a Cheska backpack and then a Grupo chest. She should have that, yeah. And just red build skill of Pulse. Let's go with Pulse. Level 9. Well, let's save this already, just as a starting point. Over this, we'll rename this as well to 8 demo tips. I feel actually I like literally had this build. Let's actually have a look over here. I feel I literally had this exact same build as a tips build. Yeah, I think it was even the same chest and backpack. It was as yeah. Well, actually, it's X build. It was her old 3.09. So it was even on this same character. I gave up on this one because it was pretty useless. Kind of this one will also be pretty useless. But I want to keep a tip of the spears build because, you know, sometimes they're handy for specialization challenges and stuff with global events. I think I will kind of go for the same layout. Yeah, same layout. Crit damages and chances. I might actually put that chance mod in the mask and damage everything else up. That will land on the same amounts. Fights itself surely with the set granting you period of the combo, but also requiring you to do damage. Yeah, well, the thing of it is like it wants you to kind of deplete. Like I can kind of understand it in like gameplay terms of just you want to then completely deplete it, and then you know you'll get the buff, and then you'll get 1 or 2 charges back, and then you get 2 charges back, and then you'll shoot them again. The thing that this set really needed, like it really needed them to fix it as well, is swap speed. This set needed to have like pistol speed swaps to the grenade launcher because that's, or to any special weapon, because that's kind of what kills special weapons a lot. Like it's quite awkward to have that long of a swap speed, like that swap speed and then back. Like if this was kind of the same swap speed as is between like ARs, because from ARs to pistols you can kind of go like pretty quick. You can just go firing and then. Like if you had that same swap speed to this instead of like that, which like takes forever, then it would be a lot more like usable. Because that's the awkwardness of it. But the way I end up using this is just using it as a red build, and then once in a while I'll pull out the grenade launcher and delete a wave. Like I'll pick a place, I'll go like this is a dangerous wave. I'll like kind of the waves that I would normally put like the hive when I'm eclipsing, where I put the hive extra to just do extra damage to them. That's the same places where I would do this. But I think it's kind of a non-starter because just that bonus as well is just not great. And also it went from on hit, like this is also kind of a bad thing that they did, is it went from on hit, yeah, getting a signature weapon kills gives plus 15 signature weapon now and plus like this went from on hit to on kill as well. Meaning that, yeah, you have to kind of get a kill in with that signature weapon, and then you get signature weapon damage for it. Actually, as well, yeah, you don't even get any like normal weapon damage. Meaning I may actually set it up as in some other way, like because yeah, as a weapon build, it just ends up being like only this plus 10 weapon damage as a bonus, like compared to, you know, 15 rate of fire or, you know, 15 crit chance and 20 crit damage of negotiator or something like that. Yeah, I think this will be funny to use with like golden bullet and the minigun or something. Because I'm like trying to, in my head, I'm going over the specializations and like, which one would I care about having on this? Demo is likely the primary choice, I feel. Just group spam, hope you get a kill. You'll get this extra 15% as well. Like, it's also not that much. Likely as well, this is additive to this. It's likely the same pool. But maybe that backpack isn't the worst idea, maybe. Although, yeah, as well, like that backpack as well is competing with Vigilance. But if you have that backpack, you're going to have Coyote, which might salvage it a little bit. How much was it again? How much was it again? Gear. I was about to say, where did the bird go? I was loading. The derp face. The derp face bird. Gear sets. Tip of the spear. Tip of the spear. Plus 50 weapon damage for 50 seconds. Or for 15 seconds, plus 50 weapon damage. Because yeah, this like chest, I don't no. Just no. Yeah, maybe the backpack. Just to open up the slots for Coyote. But this will compete. Also, we need to test. Actually, yeah, we need to test this as well. Actually, now looking at it. This is, again, plus 50 weapon damage. We already have another weapon damage that went in with this season. And it was incorrectly marked. And is an amp. Because, yeah, if this is an amp, that could be... Then it would be, like, you know... Let's maybe keep that in our heads. Let's actually... the slowdown is saved, right? Yeah, the slowdown is saved, as is. It's still not recalibrated. Let's actually do the recalibration. We'll definitely use it in crit damage mode, not in headshot mode. How many headshot modes does she have? Okay. Let's actually strip this. Oh, just only take that out. For now. Yeah, I'll have to move a crit damage mod from somewhere over to her. Let's actually know. This is tip of the spear on the map today. Let me actually bring up the game to full. Annoyingly, tip of the spear, of course, requires raid parts to craft, which I'm gonna guess I'm out of. I don't think I will have DH parts remaining. Oh yeah, this E-base. I have a few. But also, yeah, this will likely not come out in a decent form. I'll hang on to those. They're not rare, but yeah, it takes forever to fill them back up, so let's hang on to those. David Spear. Blah, blah, blah. Nope. And yeah, we're getting more and more brands. We're not getting more and more missions. It's on Wall Street. What I'll do instead is the Ouroboros in the stash. It is not in the stash. It'll be on that character still. Also, I feel, oh yeah, the capacitor here is still missing. And this needs to go back as well. I was like, I'm missing an exotic weapon here. It's usually 5. Yeah, the capacitor, of course, as well. As we have 5 exotic ARs nowadays. Yeah, let's get the Ouroboros over. And what I'll likely do is we'll actually go do something for a little bit. Which is to go farm for a tip of the spear backpack, just so because I don't want to craft one out. I'll do it on her just so it's a little bit easier, but I'm going to go get the Ouroboros. We're going to put it on the Tech Tank Striker. I kind of want to run a little bit of Summit solo with it. Seeing how the Ouroboros will perform, which will likely be exceptionally, will be the answer to that, most
Safe
likely.
area detected.
And then, yeah, we'll come back and tier craft, because I think I want to test the backpack. I don't know why I went there. I'm going to put this away. And yeah, just have only one Oreo so far, so I need to move it around. Because I want to have an answer to what that backpack talent actually is as a stat. And we'll just do some... basically verify it. We'll just see if we can get matching numbers as weapon damage or if it's as a separate multiplier.
Safe area entered.
Because if it is a separate multiplier, then it's usable, and then yeah, that slot can become the backpack, and then we can have a coyote. Like I think that would be the way to go with it. But for now, I'm pulling out our little striker. This little striker that's good. Flipping this backpack. So normally I would flip that backpack and go Elmo, which lines up. So I think at this point, if I grab the Oreo and put it in the slot of the Elmo and do the same thing that I would... Actually, does she have a group manager? She does have a group manager. That is handy. It's actually part of her... That's part of her loadout. Okay, it's by, yeah. It's part of the Umbra, of course. And yeah, this should line up to be 59 crit and some crit. Yeah, we're gonna jump on over to our good friend, the Summit. And shouldn't be... Yeah, I just need a decent enough backpack. We'll set our target at to
This may take a while.
tips of the spears, and we'll see how that goes. Yeah. A set I use so little, I did not instantly recognize the thing of it. It's actually as well for me at like... while I understand the hotshot or the tip of the spear, beating hotshot, actually we can keep these 6 directives. That's it. All 6 of those directives really don't matter to tech tanks. But yeah, well, tip of the spear was kind of better, higher end on its, especially if you did it right. To me, it was also kind of outclassed.
Agent detected.
Okay. The game really doesn't like me. Or maybe it does like me and wants to give me a few targets right away. Her PFEs suck. Yeah. We'll just go in with the tech tank. even though it's not charged up, so I won't have any regen or stuff like that. Yeah, let's just Oreo them. I want them to separate a little bit, which they've done there.
Rogue blinder firefly detected. Hostile.
Could actually stack with the ACS. I feel somebody just made a video about stacking with the ACS to 200. That I should heed the advice of.
Rogue airburst seeker mine detected. Hostile airburst seeker mine detected. System malfunctioning.
Oh, I put the disrupt back on him.
System reactivated.
And it
Rogue agent eliminated.
was a little bit anticlimactic. Although, yeah, one Oxy out of nowhere, and then you it is still easy to die to rogue sometimes, especially solo. You'll get an Oxy out of nowhere, you'll get a bombardier drone out of nowhere. But there we got. Pretty lucky they separated out as well. Like you kind of want to fight them one-on-ones. And there they like graciously separated out and let me do that.
EMP jammer detected.
Because I also kind of want to have some time on this as well. This I feel is a good use of the Oreo. Maybe a too good of a use. Especially for like solo players, like just
System curtailed.
the striker tech tank, because this will help the well, hang on to that backpack. Hopefully we'll find something a little bit better.
System powered. System malfunctioning.
Because yeah, the Heartbreaker can't. I mean, it could just use the Oreo,
System back online.
but it'll end up on par, and also then it would have to give up the ability to easily pulse without headshotting. The striker, this striker tech tank doesn't care about that, so it's a little bit more usable there. The drone coming from that away, so it gave away his position. I feel like this is more the thing to do with it for solo players. It's not to make striker even stronger or to run a red striker and have it just be more stronger. Instead, you can make something that is a little bit weaker but has more survivability, even more effective. Especially solo. Well, mostly solo. Like in groups, I would just go full red. Just, you know, rely on teammates. And it really does have the issue of killing too fast and then stacking. It's like killing in like 15 shots and like not really stacking up fast.
Deploying airburst
Yeah, I really need to warm up a little bit. My aim isn't horrible, but it does need to warm up. And yeah, this very much feels as if I'm running around on hard at this point. Although solo scaling always had that a little bit.
He's done.
I'd be curious to see. You always have these like you have another version of these healing hives that is actually a healing hive, and it's quite hard to kill enemies when they're inside of it. I think the Oreo might be the one thing that could like actually kill straight through it consistently. Because yeah, already with like if you had two people with a FAMAS, you could kind of two-man scaling, burn them down if you targeted one target altogether. But I feel like the Oreo could even do it solo, which you usually couldn't. But yeah, that thing like heals super fast, heals them all the way to back to full as well. And yeah, ammo is not fully a concern, but yeah, it is using up a lot of ammo.
EMP jammer.
Could maybe see like
nearby.
the floor 90 fight being
System curtailed.
it running out of ammo there. Like with the 3 bosses and like the 7 waves. And yeah, I really like the handling of the thing. Like it's, I mean, the vectors already had that a little bit as well. And of course, here's on Striker as well, but then I mean, compared to a FAMAS or something, Alma already was a little less of a hassle as well than the FAMAS. Although I really dislike that first shot mechanic of it, like the first shot jumps so much. Okay, that hit me, and then where's your owner? You're all the way back there. In missions and summit, ammo is not a big deal, but overall would be worse. There's ammo box and everything. I mean, well, in summit actually I find it usually more of an issue because sometimes you have several rooms in a row where you don't get ammo. Especially sometimes after boss fights, you'll have a boss fight and if you don't grab ammo.
Rogue striker
There is
drone
one
detected.
version as well where you don't have ammo box at the end. And then
Hostile striker
you get it,
drone
that's,
detected.
But yeah, open world, of course, as well. Yeah, we'll have a little bit more ammo issues. But also in the open world, it matters less because you can always go back to the White House or to anywhere else. You can resupply by going and just fast traveling back and forth. Like one place I could see this being an issue is especially, for instance, if you are running Lincoln. Lincoln always has that famously that first 2 rooms are linked together and there's no ammo box there. So until you end the second room, so going through the gate and before the big gate, that's the point where you get ammo again. I could see this thing running out of ammo there. But the ammo will be its like the thing of it. That on range, but yeah, you just mitigate range by just playing differently. Was her mask already actually maxed out like that? It was. Because I likely the tip of the spear pieces I'm using there are actually have been around for a long while, most likely. Could actually go into projects here and spend these components and this, just so that those are spent and maybe we'll get some fresh ones. But here as well, depending on which next layout we get, there is actually several summit layouts where in the first room you don't get an ammo box till the second room. And here I didn't get an ammo box at the end here with this layout. So I'm down to 500 rounds and we'll see if it's... But then summit as well, you sometimes do run into ammo issues, especially with this fun. Actually, we're in... Oh, well, actually, yeah. Here, for instance, I'm in the boss room. There is no ammo here. There's no ammo crates here. So, I should as well check my thing because I might have excellent. Actually, I've done the 6th directive one, so I only have that one left. See if I have anything here I could do. I'll hold on to that. But of course, I always have that ACS on my back as well. I'm gonna go spawn camp them. Or set up to spawn camp them.
They're moving on the flank!
I feel that guy would be following me, but he isn't. There he is. It just took a while.
High risk target detected.
That's silly. I mean, this build could always kind of like door camp that thing, but that was silly. I mean, it's solo scaling, it's just 3 guys, but that was still a little bit silly.
Got you now!
Do you though? You got me.
Ready for this?
Are you ready for this? Yeah, this is quite very much in its own league. Let's keep going. I got one backpack there. Let's keep going. Maybe I'll get a different backpack. We'll do maybe 10 floors as well. Get 10 floors on the Scals project. I'm kind of enjoying myself as well. Shooting at stuff. Shooting at stuff is sometimes fun. All work and no play makes IKEA despise the build collection. Because sometimes that's what the build collection sometimes turns into, but actually it hasn't been that for quite a while. Although it's more organized now than it ever has been, so I feel. Because yeah, that spends quite a lot of time in there. We'll keep the 6 directives. We'll keep it as is. I want matchmake. I want to mess around with this thing solo. Kind of know already what this thing does in group scaling, so kind of want to see like how trivial it can make solo. Let's keep using the rock and roll first.
Let's dance, motherfucker! Just die already!
Got lucky there and it didn't blind me.
I'll make you my goddammit!
Wait, how bad was that backpack actually? I didn't even actually check. It was pretty bad, right? I would like a... Well, it doesn't really matter because first of all, we're gonna go back and like actually check what stat it actually is. That for that it doesn't really matter what number is on there, but like now we'll use the backpack just to get.
Accessing server.
Yeah, I think chest, like having Cheska chest, Coyote mask might be the way to go for it. And then just using that backpack, even if it is just weapon damage, if it ends up being just weapon damage, what we're losing on vigilance being in that spot will make up a little bit, and having to deal with its mechanic kind of, will make back up with the Coyote a little bit.
I'll let my bombs.
What to do? Shit, we lost one!
And the thing with it as well is it feels like a fast hands weapon basically, because it's reloading like that fast. It isn't a full fast hands weapon. Like, it is slower, but But yeah, it's fast enough that me as a habitual fast hands user, yeah, I can live with this.
Ready to bust some skull!
Not only can I live with this, I can kill with this,
Digest.
which is also an important thing.
I hope this hurts!
I'm gonna catch up here. I usually have a little issues with ammo without gunner, especially with issues. If running more events close together, any fast traveling slows you, but gunner is mostly exclusive specialization. Yeah, and gunner would be the way to go with this. Also, as well here, a lot of people shoot this box to open this door, or so they think. This box and this door are not linked. And we always have the superstition that shooting this box means 7 floors of bad loot. So we would always chastise people for shooting that thing. And yeah, there is a lock on that door over there, but that door is empty. So I'm going to check that. Next door we'll see as well will be empty because that's how this layout works. I'm gonna make sure I kill that thing. The thing will end up being as well, there are points where it is valuable to also like not run gunner. Gunner is a nice specialization, but especially in groups, I am willing to forego it if there's already a gunner, for instance. Demolitionist, having one of those in the group, it's pretty powerful thing because it gives the other people 5 detox. Also, I really like the avoiding 1 grenade explosion a minute of it. Like that is actually pretty powerful. You can like just instead of rolling away from a grenade or something, you just take it and just kill the thing that is shooting it at you. Also, you're like there's ammo pickups, of course, and stuff as well. Like you'll pick up ammo along the way, and also the way that ammo pickups are set up. So the less ammo you have, the pickups give more ammo the less ammo you have. So if you're almost full, you'll pick it up and it'll give you like 30. If you're almost empty, it'll give you like 120. I mean, depending on weapon type, of course, as well. Like for rifles and stuff, the pool is smaller, but it is a different amount depending on how low in your ammo you are. So the game kind of compromises like that as well. And yeah, this is... I know this build well. I know this build well on heroic 6 directives like it is now. Because I run a lot of... I used to run a lot of... And yeah, again, that door is empty. The key can be in there, but you usually see it through the glass when you're like looking through it there. So it isn't there. I think we already have the key as well for this section. And yeah, this is like compared to the Elmo variant, this is quite the step above it. This as well here, we're using it on a build that can kind of go into short range. Like it isn't the full red, it doesn't need to play conservatively. It has a memento on its back, it has a few blue cores. It has a shield. I can move into people. I always love that voice line from cleaners. Stop killing my friends. No. I refuse. I mean, it basically almost does as hit as hard as the Elmo at even outside of its optimal because at least on DTA. On DTH, of course not, because DTH is... But it hits more than hard enough just because it's so far ahead. Even halving its damage, which is what at the end of optimal, like at the end of its fall off, it does half the damage. That's like how the optimal fall off works. And its end of the fall. Actually, I need to actually check that what the end of its fall off is, because actually I don't know. If the Reddit spreadsheet has added it in, that will have it. And especially as well, it has enough accuracy and stability to actually like reach out. Well, especially accuracy. It has enough accuracy to still reach out a little bit. I see sniper glint. Yeah, one more.
Stay back, you fuck!
It's gonna give you a free shot. I wanted an armor break. But yeah. Actually, yeah, I should have picked one of these thingies. Let's pick that one. Let's get our chest and move on. Oh, that's a... I was like, oh, okay, I'll maybe use this one, but that's a striker backpack. That's not the backpack I'm looking for. So we're looking for a tip of the spear backpack. Oh, and Hader Toasty. And Hader Rise as well. Yeah. Indeed, that do be a nice SMG. It SMGs quite well. I feel at this point we could kind of call it not a sub machine gun, but the top machine gun. I feel it's TMG. Just messing about with it a little bit. We're actually working on the build collection a little bit, but I got sidetracked with moved a few builds around and then got sidetracked by going theory crafting about the tip of the spear and kind of what I want to do with it. Then I was like, oh, I should actually check what the backpack is. The backpack says plus 50 weapon damage. We already have this season another thing that says plus 25 weapon damage and turned out to be not plus 25 weapon damage on the X0 backpack. So I was like, yeah, let's go do 10 summit floors. Hopefully I'll get a good backpack. That won't cost me an arm and a leg. And then we'll do the calculation with it, verifying actually what stat pool it is in. And I'm kind of hoping it is actually an amp. If it is actually an amp, it could actually be decent. And then we'll like make a tip of the spear build and add it back into the build collection. Because either I'm going chest and backpack being, you know, the brand pieces with just Krupa, Cheska, Obliterate, Vigilance.
Automated defenses
Yeah, here we have a rare moment. Oh, actually, well, they already saw me. But yeah, they haven't seen me. You can shoot these things with a suppressed weapon, and they actually don't aggro. But there they saw me running. I would assume that was the last one, but that wasn't the case. Of course, I killed the lieutenant last, meaning we had a lot of bonus health to deal with. I'm hoping to doing hardcore incursion soon. So I want to say hardcore, yeah. I wonder actually, yeah. Somebody has likely done it already, right? Like a first clear of the incursion in hardcores. Is it that would be Although I feel the incursion, I feel with the understanding that now exists, like
Terminals detected nearby.
it it is especially like it isn't specifically impossible or anything.
Are you all right? Wake them up!
Or like super hard to do. You just have to, of course, like you don't do it like a normal run. You take, you know, precautions. That was for setting me on fire. I won't even kill you. I'll just watch you explode. Oh, and then I'll set that guy on fire because I was on fire. Yeah, that talent is minor. It triggers here and there. Should I actually turn on special ammo and then just return the favor?
Fucking servants of the system!
Sir, could you not try to kill your friends?
Running to it now!
Dude, I'm standing right here. Why did you go for the special ammo? Sometimes the AI does weird things. Did he really think he would make it all the way to here and then get the special ammo? Like, what you thinking? Yeah. Yeah, order. Maybe. Because I'm in combat. Yep. I hear the shufflings of order. At least he scales in Summit. For the laws of red scores by now. Yeah, I mean, this is kind of making this tech tank kind of have the same output as not another full red striker anymore because it's got changed a little bit, of course. But yeah, it is more damage than an old glass red, kind of. Although of course you have to stack it to full, so there is that.
EMP jammer detected nearby.
But yeah, even that is kind of silly. You're doing like old glass red's damage when you're like mostly stacked
System restored.
with the survivability of like taking a sniper round just from a sniper round just to the face and not caring.
System malfunctioning. System reactivated.
Because the bird is nice. A gift from SM Jesus. RN Jesus and SM Moses? SM Moses. RN Jesus providing you with SMG SMG Moses? No, SM Moses. No. Well, actually Machine Gun Moses? That Machine Gun Moses.
Yes! Over! I'm set up! I can do this!
Incoming. High risk hostile.
I wanna
I'm losing it!
face bird this guy. Let's see.
Knock, knock.
Kind of need to learn to aim.
Coming in. You're not.
That was more my aim, making it take that long. Oh, we got that. Oh, they actually gave me an armor break.
Needed.
One of ours.
Give me a second one. Impressive. So I hope that I'm not bugged. I'm not. Okay, let's just spend it to you. As I am playing it nice and aggressive, so sometimes you do armor break. As you can play it a lot slower and just go in with the shield up and just walk up on them. Running around is sometimes fun. Your floaters run with normal setup through the US one where it says on 2 man players and 5 and hardcore run will mostly same. Yeah. Well, they'll just move it even slower because yeah, some of the flawlesses I feel are just sometimes luck. They'll just do a dozen runs and they'll get a flawless. We have a lock on this door, but we have a yellow thing on that. And when you do that, I feel reality broke there. Because yeah, we have 2 ways of opening the door, and that lock does not understand that the door has been opened. Just it is locking reality there. It is keeping reality locked in. Well, it's a good like it's a good like it's a 5-star review for this whoever makes this lock. But you can also as well just shoot it off. Shoot it off of what? Air. Shooting it off air. But also, I feel a lot of those like speedrun strats kind of rely on the people that are running them kind of have Oreos already, which you won't have, of course, on the hardcore run on the first one. Because so many of the strategies I've kind of been seeing, I feel are very much tied to the amount of DPS that especially Oreos have. That really turns it into like a team with several of them does it so much easier than a team without like everybody having them.
Get into it.
Because especially in there as well, you're kind of always in, especially the boss parts. You can guarantee to be inside of optimal. You just. There is nothing keeping you at range.
Oh God, I'm burning!
Fuck you.
They set me on fire. Oh. Don't shoot me, set me on fire. Wanted special ammo. Because I have State of Strife that actually set more things on fire.
This is good.
Please let him be alone.
Yeah, I'm kind of hoping for just a Grenadier in a spot that he catches a bunch of his friends. I don't know. He killed all of the outcasts here, so. But yeah, I do feel that I'm going for all of the ammo drops that happen. I do notice that happening. You know what? Let's actually restock. And so here we have our dear friends of Marais. Some offices of theirs. Though I don't feel Marais actually ever come up, like ever came up really, right? Like I don't think it's even like mentioned in any of the comms or anything. Or like any of the side missions specifically. Like I basically only know it's from that. From like the offices in here. Trying to think back as well to Division 1, which I don't know it well enough, I feel, to think back and maybe... But yeah, Div 2, I don't feel anything really lines up with Marais. Like, none of, like, the side missions or anything is like the... like, there's
Control.
offices or anything like that.
Disrupted. Terminal destroyed. System restored.
Oh, what's that? Hey, it is. Luckily, the key was not well hidden. I do want my loots. Loot is important. Same as many will struggle. I like just going D1, speed under 5 minutes, but also many will struggle run 7 pounds, most of my friends. I mean, that's kind of always a content like that, guys. It's the like skill, like the player's personal skill kind of matters. The builds that they choose to use matter. So of course, even in Division 2, like a lot of people struggle, even with like Elmo Strikers and stuff, on Legendary difficulty. But yeah, just having the DPS number of the build does not mean that actually the player is outputting that amount. It is very much to the player to like stack well, to like try to get the build, you know, to perform well. Kind of like it's not just the car, it's also like the driver matters. But even the best driver with the worst car can't like beat, you know, an average driver with like in a like, well-made sports car. Okay, we did get status strife completed there. I'll move on to the next one. Did I aggro something in there? I did. Let's grab the next challenge. 5 melee kills. I'll see about sneaking some in. 'Cause yeah, quite often you can kind of notice somebody being on low and you'll just run in there and smack them. It's much easier with the Sweet Dreams, but I can't, of course, equip a Sweet Dreams and this weapon together.
Incoming. High risk hostile.
Did he try to melee me and he missed? Why are you running? Why are you running? Stay and die. Please, thank you. But yeah, it's always fun when you make named enemies run away from you just because they're scared to be murdered. That's one as well. Let's get the key cabinets. Let's keep going for a little bit. I'm kind of enjoying playing around with this thing. Kind of trying to master as well, like its accuracy and trying to. It's so fast firing. It's kind of hard to get in a rhythm for reloading as well, and kind of like when you've used most of your ammo. So I'm kind of trying to build that up a little bit. We'll go to the boss floor here. We'll do a few floors after. We'll likely already have the backpack. That is likely, hopefully, good enough. We'll keep the best one here. Floor 40, just one boss, so it's not too hard. I mean, none of these are too hard. It's not floor 90. Those are just cleaners. Cleaners are annoying but easy. Actually, for tech tanks, they're less annoying, I find, because what cleaners are very good against is against builds that kind of need to set up in a position and hold a position. Because yeah, they have the turrets that fire the napalm. They have those drones that they deploy. But especially for a fast-moving build like this, they actually like don't deal with it well because yeah, I'll just run them down and just. Almost stepped into the napalm there. As all of the factions kind of are, you can kind of guess what people's playstyle is by the faction they dislike the most. If they're a little bit more of a player that kind of, you know, goes into cover more and stuff, doesn't chase enemies down and stuff, the cleaners usually come up as one. For aggressive players, usually Rikers come up because they have a lot of defensive things that you can't be super aggressive against, and also that extra Ragers health they have from lieutenants and stuff. Yeah, we'll keep going here. Let's make sure to grab ammo. Let's not have ammo issues. Although I haven't had any real ammo issues. I haven't run out once. Although as well, I've been... when I've been getting low, I have swapped to the shotgun twice for just because I was a little bit low. Let me catch up here. Clear skies was DPS check and protect box carrier, but my friends, it's more damage. They jump into cover, recover. It works. Okay. Inspect the skill, paralyze, huh? Yeah, my experience with the incursions, especially in Division 1, is very limited. I got carried through them once, and I was actually on not even my own account. I was on a friend's account at that point, because they had the builds as well for it. I wasn't at that point into the game as much, and they were kind of getting out of it, but yeah, I kind of wanted to see them. So, but yeah, I got scared through them like each of them twice, and I feel I don't. If I went back in, I would go like, oh yeah, this is this. At this moment, I remember an APC. That's about it.
System.
Because I was mostly, especially in Division 1, I was more what I would now like consider more of a casual player, as I
System.
also build wise and such. I didn't have the understanding in that game that I kind of put together for this game. Meaning I had bad builds and stuff as well. Just things that I could matchmake into challenging, because yeah, challenging was the top one, right? In Division 1. Well, you had legendaries, of course, for some of the missions, but just like
Rogue striker
the
drone
heroic of
detected.
this game was challenging of that one.
Hostile striker drone detected.
And I could like join teams and not feel that I was like bringing everybody down. Like that was the. Although yeah, looking back at it, likely my builds back then were kind of like what people are doing now with ninja bike bag builds, ninja bag builds, just going for stability and stuff like that. Well, actually, in Division 1, stability was a little bit more useful than it is in Division 2, because the guns actually had kick. Like, Division 2 guns don't really have any like real muzzle climb. Especially it was more mission than something like printed. Last one was similar to powder. Not big. Search handle. Matchmaking. Okay. Yeah, I would kind of like going back at some point and maybe putting a few of the regulars that's gonna have experience with it and just maybe getting through some of the incursions that existed just normally. That's actually, well, nowadays I after that I farmed. Like, while I don't have good builds on those on that like in Div 1 at the moment, I do have like all of the classifieds and stuff, so I could likely put together a striker set or something, or that. Because I was running Lone Star for a little bit, kind of enjoyed that, but. But yeah, I never like really got into the build making in that game. Kind of found one thing that kind of worked for me and kind of ran with that.
Hostiles incoming.
I got this.
Ambushes are always nice. They're always nice and short. They take a lot less time than SHD crates or something like that. Yeah. As I see a name log on there that I haven't seen in Division 2 for ages. They saw me. But yeah, that one as well. You can shoot it with a suppressed weapon and kill it, not aggro everything. But also, like, it doesn't make it real difference. Like, you might as well aggro everything. What else are you gonna do? Live peacefully forever? I'd be curious to see as well. So for the hunter fight, like a super high DPS weapon like this, kind of nice, but also it takes away your ability to have a Scorpio. I'm like kind of curious if I would actually pick. Likely I wouldn't. I would just go glass red with like the standard thing I do there. With glass red and Famas and a Scorpio. That's it. That Scorpio is just too strong to not have. No spins. Spin free zone. Go away, Dad. Thought I saw movement up there. Might have gone crazy. Not sure I got the key for this section. Let's see. Max out holster. Let's actually see if... Are any of those pieces optimized? I would think not, most likely. Oh, no, this one isn't either. Maybe it's a cosmetic upgrade. Seeing as I'm rebuilding the build, I'm gonna make a fresh build picture out of it anyway. If there were ones like that, I would actually grab them. Before classified said Ninja backpack was better than D1, except when it released, it gave one less public dropped item from DZ containment back if killed. Okay, I may have not. I don't think I got the ninja bag till like way later because at the start
Agent detected.
it was tied to DZ, right? I feel it was DZ bosses that dropped it or something. So I didn't get it till they like much later they changed that to be different. The word ninja as Joker for gear so almost. Oh, okay, it was something completely different. I think I didn't have it at all till it became what it was, of being the +1 piece basically. And yeah, also I didn't jump into Division 1 like right away. Remember, rogues again. Game is being, depending on your opinion on rogues, generous or a bitch. I'm gonna go with a bitch. Well, I don't mind rock fights.
Explosive trap
The
detected.
explosive traps are dangerous. I'm walking through them.
Explosive trap detected.
Back up most of the way.
Hive detected. Hostile restore hive detected.
Oh, some shooting.
Doesn't work.
Yeah, that is a lot faster than because I know this build pretty well. I've run it quite a bit. Ran it up against rogues quite a bit, solo as well. Yeah, that was a lot faster than this build usually does with FAMAS or Elmo or anything like that. I think it's yeah. I was kind of curious, like when we reach patch notes, like the first set of few patches, like if they will say anything or such. Like, but yeah, at this point, yeah, they can't. I don't think they can actually make changes to it without the amount of outcry that would be like at that point almost not worth. I'd be also curious to see if they'll ever put out metrics about how much of the player base has done incursions and has gotten the gun. Because I think, yeah, I don't think it's gonna be a lot of the player base even later on. Let's make sure we check for the key. How many floors in am I? Well, let's see. Well, I'll keep going for a little bit. I'm kind of enjoying myself. Might do the entire project. And I have like another hour and a half, 2 hour-ish before I have to actually go do something. So might fill that up with... Nope. One nice thing with the memento and a few blue cores, once you're fully charged up, you can survive the the explosion and the fire of those guys. You can't stand in the fire for too long, but if you only get like hit by the explosion and set on fire, you don't die. The regen on like the 3 blue cores that I have plus memento, fully charged is enough to offset the fire. We triggered an aggro. Oh, order.
I just want to say hi.
Just want to say hi. I like this. I love this guy's voice lines in there. We got a hoarder and the key. So I'm still looking in corners for the key that I just picked up. Yeah. Usually this room has usually one of those warhounds, those loot warhounds in it. That's what I was kind of looking for. And they're of course always hard to see.
Ammo down.
Still killed him before the armor broke me. Even at mid-range. No special ammo. This is a special ammo free zone.
Damn! They got me! Move, you...
Is he trying to fire just one shot? See if we actually can do it. Actually, you know what I should do? I need melee kills, right? That's a melee kill. I have the key. I shouldn't look in every corner, so. But yeah, that's a hard habit to break once you have it. I still never touched IH and I run around DH once. Well, DH is a lot easier as well. So it is usually the starter raid or the recommended place to start. But IH isn't hard either. Most of it is kind of just getting familiarized with it. Because for most people, if you just kind of run it a few times, there's in that raid as well, there is roles depending on like kind of how you did DH. Because if you kind of ran it with an experienced team or something, they likely gave you like the easy rolls, which is to just, you know, like I mean, in DH as well, there aren't many things to do. Like, for instance, with Boomer and stuff, there are 2 spots usually where you can just be at control. Just watch this door and and don't let them come out. Because yeah, you of course have the laptops and stuff, but even those are pretty easy to teach to people. But yeah, and Razorback as well. Like if you have the circles, that's a little bit more of a task than. Although also as well, just not hard. You just need to follow orders at that point. But yeah, the person assisting each corner is a lot less. Like that's more of a beginner role. And in IH as well, like in most of the fights, there are beginner roles where you can just have something pretty easy, as in like just look at this door. Anything that comes out of this door is your responsibility, and and you'll just have to kill them. But yeah, the actual mechanical part, so if you're actually doing mechanical parts of it, IH has a bit more of that, especially dealing with like the corkscrews and stuff like that on boss 3.
Incoming. High risk hostile.
But of course as well, boss 1 there is actually the least mechanical of all the bosses, I would say. Like, Lieutenant Gray is just deal with the shields, deal with his backpack, and just get it done. Let me walk backwards. Let me walk forwards. And of course as well, now it's like there are really good guides, and also there are a lot of tricks that even like didn't exist long ago. I feel, for instance, nowadays this standard thing of just hiding behind on a Razorback to when he fires the rockets, when they like the post phase damage goes out. We used to just run around like that, and yeah, having like I saw like a year and a half ago or something, like becoming popular of just standing in certain spots where it just can't hit you, and that made me go like, what? How did we never figure that out? Like it's so simple once you see it. It's just like, okay, yeah, that thing is firing. It's firing at an arc. So yeah, if you stand here, you can't be hit by it. And it's just like, oh yeah, of course, yeah, no, yeah. Us just trying to, you know, run around and trying to avoid it and trying to like make it so that everybody runs into a different corner so you don't like overlap with each other and stuff, and like that your mortar aimed at you hits the guy behind you or something. Yeah, we could have all that time, then it's so much easier. Because yeah, most of my experience, especially with DH, is actually in year 1. Like we used to run it quite a lot back then.
Accessing server. Field terminals.
But yeah, by the time of IH, I have done IH a few times. Likely just literally a dozen times, a single dozen times, 1 dozen of the times. But yeah, I don't feel I have a good grasp of IH at all.
System reactivated.
Oh, I don't have a shield, of course.
Functioning.
Let's go back up.
Like it close!
Get whatever that is. Just to make him run.
System restored.
And I'll fix the cam in a second.
System disrupted.
Oh, hey! It finally happened, out of ammo. But there's ammo piles over there.
System malfunctioning.
I'll just wait for this.
Terminal accessed. System reactivated.
Reloading!
System disrupted. System back online.
I'm good, you good!
I really want this guy gone, I don't know why. I got fixated on him even though there's a bunch of stuff behind. Wait, you can't shoot through... This thing is bulletproof? What? Because I feel I was aiming at him through that plant. He wasn't taking much damage. Why is so much stuff still spawning? I've done the objective already.
Grenade! You fucker!
More?
I'll set up a target!
Feel the game is a little bit drunk. There we go. Just a little bit. Yeah, let's fix the cam a second. Just never had the time to find out about the mechanics and and yeah, well, if you especially join some carry raids and stuff, you'll be put in those roles usually. Just as well, we're doing IH, especially for the Regulus. The Ravenous is also a pretty good gun, but yeah, the Regulus is it makes a lot. It makes a Headhunters, Hunter's Fury Regulus builds possible. Like that one kind of. Well, you can kind of do a budget version with
Target's moving in.
a determined D50. It's not the same. Like the thing that the Regulus can do of just deleting a wave completely, just the entire wave. Like even determined can't do that. Even the hotshot determined can't do that. So for some stuff like that, it's like invaluable. And of course, it's also a build that will always be able to do any variation of 5 directives, which, you know, has merits. Actually, not armor break for no reason. Let me see if we've gotten any other backpacks. Not yet. Should check back there for key as well.
Rogue striker drone detected. Hostile striker drone detected.
Which one is it?
Hostage
Is it
situation
rogue or is it
nearby.
striker? Or is it hostile? So these things are usually like small targets, and for some weapons kind of hard to hit. Cough, Kingbreaker. Yeah, this thing has like decent accuracy for it. Oh, these things don't drop ammo, and I'm down to 170. But of course, I have this shotgun on my back. I can just use this shotgun for getting a few kills in. Let's do it the aggressive way. You bitch. I feel that corner is not well modeled. I feel these are headshots. So like those should be. The reason I don't want to push past that door is this. You know, no get around push back. The spawn camping is usually faster. Just gonna check for key. And we're 22 floors into it. Let's actually finish this Scal's project, get the exotic out of it. And then we'll head back and yeah, only that tip of the spear build really remains to be done. Because I'll move the other builds around.
Automated defenses detected. Caution advised.
Don't want to do a
Destroyed.
yeah. Unlikely we will still do disable test. Oh, I think didn't run away or I don't know.
System curtailed.
We'll test what the backpack is of the spear. Once we've
System reactivated.
gotten an answer there, we'll put a set together, make a build picture out of it, put it on the collection. Although maybe as well, I might just put the set together and not put it on the collection yet, and just play around with it a little bit. Because, that's usually what I do. Yeah, with the tip of the spear build, I'm kind of know what it does already, just because I used to run it in that fashion as well. I feel I may have jumped into the lanes then.
Serious trauma detected.
You see him?
Also them to not kill me. I was angling like that because there was one guy over there and the rest of them were. I am bugged. That's annoying. So yeah, that armor break will stay. That was maybe a little bit too aggressive, jumping into the middle of 5 people. Especially when I didn't know they were where they exactly were.
Target detected.
This guy puts down a Riker turret. I was like they added, of course, those kind of skills to other names and stuff. But even when they put them down on the front of the of that turret, it is like very clearly markings of like the Rikers. It's kind of weird when other factions put those turrets down, and then they should have, as an attention to detail thing, just put in like a few other textures with other people's their logos. Let's head into floor 50. And after actually the boss fight, I'm gonna turn off fragile armor and turn it back on again, which is the thing you have to do, of course, to to fix it. Because you can die as well. Dying is also an option, but I don't want to because I would lose all my memento stacks. As we get this layout once again. Okay, they're not aggro to me right away, that's nice. Meaning I can more easily get up here. We'll play. Wait, where did he go? Where is everyone? No, they're mostly over there. Okay.
High-risk target.
That's nice of the game to spawn the boss on this end as well. Makes this fight a lot easier. Wait, the owner of that thing was still alive? Where is she then? Madam Sniper, shoot at me. No. Who are you then?
Got you now.
Return the melees. Yeah. Let's just go. It's gonna have an epic melee off. That takes too long. No loot's down there. Now we need just 6 more floors. Let's just finish this. It'll still leave us an hour to mess about with finding some answers to that backpack. And then, yeah, maybe doing a few calculations as well for Ouroboros on Striker. A few more. So yeah, let's turn off fragile armor, confirm settings, apply changes. And then we'll turn it back on again, because I do want the XP, but I don't want it to be broken. Is that too much to ask? The answer is yes, weirdly. Let's pop one of these. I think the game is a little bit drunk today. Yeah. Sure. Wait, what happens? Oh, aggroed the next room, but what happens when I restock it? Yeah. Sure. Feel they're mad at me. Go for the chest on this heavy. That's to stack up with it as well. As it's always nice. Behind the door, you just hear like flamethrowers going and stuff. Just where's everybody else? What? Oh, it's a heavy fight. Okay. I was gonna say, like, how did I aggro one of the faction but not the others? But they weren't of the same faction, so they don't aggro together. That explains that.
EMP jammer detected nearby.
Let's rotate away my shield. Luckily, these guys are providing me with some bonus armor.
System back online. System prepared. System restored.
There we go. And I always kind of enjoy solo summits as well, quite often. I used to do them a lot. I feel it's kind of displaced for myself by Descent nowadays. That's kind of what I'm sometimes do, just solo Descent runs, just Nemesis runs. Getting them out of the way, basically. Those kind of have taken that place, but yeah, usually I would just have like some YouTube video or something up. But the summit doesn't require the, like, I mean, not especially solo, not much actually requires your full attention. Because I'm mostly going for the summits, the project, meaning that even if I like go in and like die a few floors in, I'll still have the advancement towards the project of like the floors that I did get. So, but of course, it's worse for XP because yeah, you don't get the 3 floor. You want to get as many of the 3 floors basically per hour, and then the boss floors. Well, I mean, actually, well, you would want to do just the directive. Hunter farm, which is still actually a pretty good XP. Like it is, they of course nerfed it a little bit, actually a lot of it, but it's still actually a good one. Hey, there we have a 13.8. That's actually close enough that as well that I'll likely as well optimize it to full, just to make the calculation easier with a round number. Because round numbers are easier than square numbers. And don't get me started on hexagonical numbers. But yeah, some of it kind of has a rhythm to it, which is nice. Because yeah, you can kind of, you have to pay attention for a little bit, and then you have a corridor where you don't really have to pay attention. And you can take breaks in between and walk away a little bit. And there's still sometimes surprises, just weird combos of like the activity that it picks and faction sometimes. Especially with 6 directives, it's actually decent loot and XP, I feel. Especially if you do it with more than 5 directives, I would say. Especially if you're doing the challenges as well. Actually, normally I would actually, for every character, reset back to floor 0. And just as well do the challenges. Because yeah, if you keep doing those challenges over and over again, they scale as well with how many directives you have on. So... But here I'm just advancing now at this point. Bit of reset for this character, but might as well keep going. Mostly as well, I'm not that into XPing anymore. Except out of like season. I did like do the season in a day. But I kind of also felt like grinding. I hadn't done it in a while. No, as we have oh, no, actually, it's not the, I thought there was a different room. And this is the one with the doors at the end. There's still one thing behind me. Oh, okay. It's just the turret. Let's see, can I set one up for a melee? Actually, that's perfect. Wait, that counted as a SHT skill kill. I mean, well, technically it is a skill kill. It's a shield. But I didn't think it would count as a skill kill. I guess I just never paid attention to... I mean, I usually don't shield melee kill people. That's more like the answer there, actually. Oh, hey, this is a cosmetic upgrade. Because this part is optimized. We can hide that by having a full-on one. So, hey, we even got that. And I should actually set up a few more melee kills because I need 3 more. That'll complete the challenge as well. Now we have Foamer versus Foamers. Are the Black Tusk or are the True Sons Foamers better? That was actually perfectly set up for melee. Yeah. Are the True Sons Foamers better or the Riker Foamers? Turns out we are the better ones. Can you fire just 1 round? Yeah, you can. That's it. Oh no, that was 50. Wait, 51. You can. You just have to do it like. just. I don't think I could do that actually with a finger press. Like, I can. But yeah, you just have to just slam it and just pick it back up. Just bounce it, basically. Glass Cannon 511. Let's go. Let's get the key cabinet back there as well, and we'll do 3 more floors here because yeah, that's the project at that point. We'll get our loot and we'll go back to theory crafting and spreadsheeting and build collectioning. I'm curious to see as well. I'm gonna just check one thing real quickly. If I saw a few names come online. I don't know. I know, maybe just setting up still. Because I saw Dodd and Toasty come online. So, maybe they're setting up for another stream. Warhound fight. Yeah, so these dogs, they have a hole in their backside here. Just shoot them in the butt. That one will disable this one. And yeah, we're gonna shoot this one in the leg just to kill its quick. Surprised I'm one mag that thing.
System reactivated.
Because that was a elite. Third hoarder. That's quite lucky. Although yeah, you can drop good loot. It'll be nice, especially in a few weeks. No, actually, likely more than a month. Yeah, because likely at the end of November, usually they turn on the Christmas hoarder. It'll be good for people to get chillouts again.
EMP jammer detected nearby.
Killer jammer here.
EMP jammer destroyed.
Let's kill that thing. What random name do we got? Chainkiller. I was gonna say it's like one of the ones with like super drop rate thingies, but yeah, wasn't. Chainkiller isn't one of those. But we just randomly got one. Yeah, I'll turn on that because yeah, this 7 directive one. Usually I do it. I'll turn on the other skill one and then just deal with the shield being on. Cool down for a little bit and then just pick up one and then from there just not put my shield away. It slows things down, but I like that one better than like doing special ammo or stuff, because special ammo, especially if you're up against hyenas, is like super annoying. And against Black Tusk, it disrupts, and that takes away my shield. And I like my shield. And also, I like loot. So let's get all the loot. Oh, the man heard me. As yeah. To the dragon. Indeed. Yeah, and enjoy your runs. And,
Terminal and hostile control.
yeah, I might pick you guys up for your services likely towards the weekend if you guys are still going at those points.
System back online. System disrupted.
Let's get this jammer out of here. You guys,
System malfunctioning.
as I said
Destroyed.
seconds ago, I like my shield.
System back online.
Where did everybody go? Actually, yeah, 2 more floors. I didn't intend to do a full summits project, but here we are. At the end of it almost. And we got another piece out of it as well. That's a cosmetic upgrade, so you know what? It's worth it.
Hostage situation nearby.
I can smash it to pieces.
Apparently I still need a little bit more sleep. Okay, likely in the evening I'll take a big nap. 'Cause I did get up pretty early.
Under heavy assault.
Go open a building. Well, that's why I kind of need to go have lunch in a little bit, and that'll give me some energy again as well. That usually helps me.
On the way. Coming around.
Go away. Goodbye. Let's not waste ammo on something that will self-deconstruct. Ooh. But yeah, it would be curious to see. It would be funny actually if that thing is an amp as well. Probably actually very powerful actually. If it, well, we'll see in a second. I'm also surprised nobody ran the numbers on that thing either. Oh, yeah, I kind of feel, yeah, several of the people that kind of used to do it as well are not as active anymore. Like Apple used to do it quite often. Actually, I would usually leave it up to him. Like last season, I left most of it up to him. Just, and then just only like verified some of them. That's it. We got the key as well. Nice and easy. Annoyingly, the challenge I've picked won't be completed because there's not 3 floors to here.
Fucking beat!
Let's go upstairs because they spawn mostly upstairs and then I shoot down. It's decently stacked. It is, yeah, it is. I mean, it always is with strikers. It's quite a big difference.
They're gonna
But yeah,
remember
here it's like mostly stacked and it's doing quite well.
Never liked him and
Also, I kind of there noticed actually that yeah, there's also this other thing I of course kind of need to do, which is actually go and get hyena kills and also SHD skill kills. I do want to get the 120s still for League. You don't need to. You shouldn't actually, unless you have a lot of playtime available to you. Just time to play, not like playtime of account or something. But yeah, it's not really worth it. But I've done it for every league so far. So I'll continue to do it just for. Although I also only do it on my main account that way. Also, not that it like remains or anything, or that you can like. There's no. Someone could literally say that they've done that, and there's like no way to prove or disprove it. So there's also no value there. But yeah, likely I'll just put on a third run hybrid and go and do the entire set of hyena CPs just solo, because you'll get the most kills out of it that way. Getting the elites, getting the skill kills. Letting my turrets and stuff finish people off, I'll just lower them to really low levels and oh. We went up a floor, instead we are going away several thousand floors. Towards civilization. Away from the desolation that is Summit. Back to the civilization that is DC.
Safe area.
Yeah, let's... Skyscraper section started. That's a weird pop-up. But yeah, we've seen that one before. I have knee pads there as well. Actually, yeah, let's go through the slots. I'm not gonna use the chest at all. That just seems too silly. So this holster was already perfect. Were the knee pads perfect as well? As I saw one perfect knee pad there. They were, so we don't need that one. The glove we will replace from this one to this one because it looks better. And then yeah, that one backpack we'll use. So that's close enough to optimize without feeling bad about it. And then your mask we already had full up as well. The baker's dozen there. Let's actually deconstruct this all first and then dump up the caches. Because I did mark that one. Let's actually as well put on this build. Put on this piece. So we're already in the loadout. We're gonna mess about with this, and actually, yeah, let's put this in as well. Let's pop these caches. So we got a BTSU glove out of it, and 11 caches, which 2 summit caches, so 9 levels, which isn't great, of course, compared to open world farming, but it's also not bad. We got to also have our like own targeted, which is nice. The Summit's still good. People bitch too much about Summit. Although of course its main strength is you can be there with global events. Like that's actually the point where it's super handy. Yeah, so putting in let's actually not put in a coyote. Let's put in a Chaska mask. Just to not have to deal with coyote numbers. Let's flip everything to crit damage. Goes for ease as well.
You.
Let's see what our crit chance, crit damage is. Wait, this thing already hits 52 with this? Oh, okay, it hits 52 with Jessica. It's 42, so at the moment. So we should have 2 crit chance rolls. Actually, let's do that. Let's have 2 crit chance rolls. We'll put one of them here. The other on the glove. And then the bottom 2 become crit damages. As these were headshots from when this build, of course, was sniper build. No longer will be. Put all that up. Curious to see what it landed on. It's 60 actually. Is it over 60? Actually, I can swap to the Famas there. Actually, it was one too many. How did I manage that? Did I accidentally, or did I just not recognize? Yes, actually, if we're doing that, well, actually, yeah, for here it doesn't really matter. Let's flip the glove because I don't want to be too much over. Is this bit's at 58? Okay, it's actually pretty good. Why is it so high?
Hi.
I mean, actually, yeah, the Cheska chest or Cheska piece, of course, it will be 48 with this. We would need actually another crit. No, yeah, we would need another crit chance here with land on 54, and then yeah, 54 with the Coyote with that there. But as well, actually, we have a mod slot available still as well. So actually, I'm gonna put share a crit chance mod on her, saving as well our options there. Is it this makes it 54 with the Coyote, but then we'll actually put in a Cheska piece for now. Just again, not deal with the Coyote, but we'll flip this backpack then over to crit damage. Was there a crit chance mod in one of these? I wouldn't think so. There isn't. Yeah, 58, 176 if it was full. Yeah, let's go in here. I'm gonna prepare a spreadsheet. I'm preparing my spreadsheets. Need to actually minimize that. Let's go Google Drive. I shall take you guys along as we'll go to the bottom of this link here, and I'll copy over this multicalc, make a copy. I always rename them to the dates. It is 23/10/11, I think, right? Or 12. Tips. Oh well, let's do thoughts, which is tip of the spear. So we have a calculator here at the ready. Let's put in our stats. It's gonna be 44,191 of an Alma. It's gonna be let's optimize that backpack to full, making it a little bit easier for myself. Which might be a waste because we might not even use it, but it's one optimization and I have the resources. Although I'm actually pretty low on True Sons pieces, but we'll just go farm some True Sons. As well, I'm at the point again, kind of where I could spend another 500 almost on these and still have enough. Yeah, let's take the stats over. So yeah, 140 was this. The combined of that 110 and that 30. CHD of I'm gonna take actually I could actually put those two mods to full. Let's do that. Again, rounder numbers, easier. Handier to go with. This will come out of that. Yeah. Let's put it out of provenance pieces, then it's easy for me to spot where they were. Yeah, now we should have 58,176. 176. Have obliterate. Could actually forego obliterate, but let's have it there. That's kind of it, right? As we're leaving this out, we'll still have 10. Let's copy this over to second line as well. And then here, here we'll basically, in the second one, we'll compare it to having that weapon damage activated, fully depleting. There you go. Hopefully it has an icon. Actually, I don't remember if I checked if it has an icon or not. I think it does. Or I feel I would remember if it didn't have an icon on the buff bar. So yeah, the first line is our without the backpack talents activated. The second line is what the backpack talents says it should become. Let's first check our first numbers. Oh, do I have the... I do. I need to log out and log in the character. I have the AR bug there. With the AR is not having any ammo at all. Anyway, we do need some ammo. We need to stack obliterate first. And logging out and logging in usually fixes it. Let me actually double check here that.
Safe area.
That might be a little bit too tiny as well. Let me actually make that bigger. But I'll also move the game back down here for now. So it's not that much in the way. And then, that was tiny. Some of the numbers are a little bit obscured there, but that's fine. So that makes it humongous. At least for me. Still not like super large for you guys. Let's grab invulnerable. Actually, still need to add in the 21 DTH, of course. We're gonna shoot DTH only. At 5 meters. So 21. 21. No. 21 is 2 and then a 1. Not a 1 and then a 2. That's some low numbers there, actually. For this output. Actually, I need to stack obliterate first and then look at the numbers. Also, I need to... Let's just turn on damage numbers here because that's much easier. Stacking back up to full. Yeah. So 176,455, which the spreadsheet matches there, and then 487,015, which the spreadsheet matches there as well. Yeah. Now we need to activate, and then we have 15 seconds. So, bloom, bloom, bloom. 264, it's above it. Okay. 730, it's above it. So yeah, it's not weapon damage because it's a lot higher than weapon damage. What 50 weapon damage would be. I can guess as much just by those numbers. We shall let's put it as a separate multiplayer. Separately multiplayering, and that matches. That is not bad then. That's actually pretty good then. Because a 50% amp, like So the backpack, so the loadout is going to become this. It's going to have this coyote mask. It's going to have the backpack because the backpack is the backpack and it's back in the backpack. And it's good. I'm surprised actually that nobody like caught that. Because that also means that indeed the plus 50 damage, weapon damage that it states here is a separate multiplier. In here, we don't have... Actually, no, we have DTH as well. We have DTOC. We don't have DTA. It might be DTA. It's very unlikely, of course, for it to be DTA. Why would it be DTA? But let's test it. Let's be thorough. I'm going to put in this mask. Did I put crit damage on it? No, it still has headshot, but that doesn't matter for our calculation here. She does not have a contractors. She's my only character that doesn't have a contractors on her at all times. I'm going to put on contractors. And we're just going to take this stat block that she has now as well. So 42. Just going to put it a little bit further down. 152. It's going to be the same 140. It's going to be the same for 140. Just double checking. 140. Actually, I can just copy the rest of this parts over. That's the same. And then we're expecting this number. Although actually, well, we are expecting 8 here, and we're going after DTA at this point. Although as well, actually, if it's not DTH, it's not going to be DTA. But let's be thorough. Some they've messed up weirder things before. Yeah, so I need to empty this thing, and then yeah. Wait, do I just need to empty current? No, I need to actually empty the entire... Like, you also need to empty out your reserves. And then, yeah, it does have a buff icon. Need to stack up obliterate to full for matching numbers. It's fire there as well. 2, 6, 3, or actually, oh no, those are armor numbers. 2, 3, 6, 2, 4, 4, 2, 3, 6, 2, 4, 5 in the calculation there with that. That's fine. Likely rounded down, and 5, 9, 5, 3, 3, 7, 5, 9, 5, 3, 3, 7. Yeah, so it's not, yeah, it's still like in the amp slot, so, or it's still in the amp slot, meaning it's a separate multiplier. So yeah, it's, because yeah, we have all of the other ones accounted for. So yeah, impressive. So that is a hassle, but knowing now that it's a separate multiplier, that like 50%, like yeah, just emptying out just to have that 50%, that's gonna be worth it. Making this actually maybe a little bit better, because yeah, I didn't mess around much with the backpack. I didn't. I'm surprised actually that I didn't notice then, because I did play around with the set. I did also run around with the backpack for a little bit, but I didn't specifically notice that it was like so much stronger. I would feel I would maybe feel that. I'm gonna fix up the mods and stuff that I just moved around a little bit, and that is by going through and just double checking where that mask was used again. So the mask is used there, the chest is used there. So load. Oh, yeah. As I herp derp, as I of course can't load loadouts there. Where's the hunter? There it is. Just to get that mod, the other mod back into there. The Cheska mask was used somewhere as well. It's here. I need to reload this likely to refill the mods that came out of here. And then if I check my mods, I should not have a weird one in there. So we're gonna load this slot. We're not gonna use this backpack anymore. My god, the tip of the spear backpack is actually worth using. Peyote. Maglev. Let's put that contractor's back as well, as I will definitely forget to put that back. Of course, as well, Cheska chest at that point. So it's 58 currently. How is it reaching this high crit chance? I feel this shouldn't be this high in the crit chance. Although, of course, it's Elma. That's the answer. Elma. We have one mod here that is crit chance. We should flip this one. Actually, I'm going to do that. I remember one of my characters having a 12 maybe available. What else? This one is 11. Let's save this loadout as is for now. Yeah, I'm gonna briefly jump over character. Put in find a crit damage mod, and then we'll likely as well. I might have one in my stash or in something. Very nice. Well, you sound like a hello sound.
Area detected.
Wait, which one was it? Halo armor recovery. Because yeah, I played a ton of Halo. I'm trying to remember the. Yeah. Mods. That's what that was. Actually, she has 11.9 there. That can go in and matches the chest.
Fine with me. Okay, I just want to get it resolved ASAP.
I'll say I should put the Ouroboros back into the stash as well. Yeah, I'm trying as well, like to remember like what the Halo sounds.
Safe area entered.
A day when nobody comes knocking is a good day.
Because I am in the habit quite often of just making sounds, making faces and making sounds. There we go. Fumbling. So this is now landing 52. It would be 173 with full mods. This kind of looks good. This actually doesn't look bad. It, of course, like won't compare to most of the other sets because like Striker does these numbers as well, well close to these numbers, and then has its own like humongous amp. This one, even with this, is only a 50 amp versus the Striker's 100 with 100 sac. So it's not of comparable note, but it's not as bad as I would have thought then with that backpack talent. Especially because the backpack talent then also provides us getting Coyote in here. Because a Coyote is a good one. Let's actually give this colors as well. Actually, let's look at the backpack for the colors. Seeing as we usually look mostly at the backpack. I don't dislike that one, especially with her normal colors. Let's actually go with that one. Gray Aquamarine Robin. Go into this menu and apply to all of the slots at once. But yeah, there's a lot of scrolling. I wish they put the gear at the top. Because yeah, you really only want to do gear through here. I would say, I would wager. Weapons you can pretty easily do just I kinda like that. It's nice and muted. So yeah, we have this tip of the spear.
Screwed. So let's make sure it doesn't fail.
The secondary is not the best choice, I feel. I would much rather pair it with a rifle. Which I kind of could do. I think I should have an ACSSS that I could actually pull into here. I don't have it anymore. I think I deconstructed that one. Because I did some heavy cleanup and was very diligent in not keeping too much. Just to have a second ammo source, basically. Yeah, let's just take that. It's kind of pondering about some other ones as well, but wait, why does this one show up here? Also, it's a little bit mangled. It's not just a little bit mangled, it's a lot mangled. Which makes sense because it's not for this weapon. That looks funky. I'm gonna go with Decadence. Skins matter. We'll take that over that. See if that orphaned any weapons for hers. No, that's good. Gonna hang on to this mask for a little bit. We might still use it. With trying to think. Nah, we wouldn't. A Fox's Prayer might go. I would still do it at AR. Like this build has no reliance really, or doesn't need to have any reliance on RPM or anything like that, especially if I get rid of Obliterate and go, for instance, Spotter or something. Other than going Spotter using the multi-missile launcher, like that's not a great tool. It's also not really easy to just empty that thing. The grenade launcher is nice and easy to empty because that's kind of my consideration now as well. Because, for instance, the flamethrower as well takes forever to empty, kind of. The minigun as well, you're going to need to spend time to empty it. The grenade launcher, you can really quickly get empty. You can just flump it out.
I don't know how we keep some of this stuff working, but we do.
I agree.
But yeah, we'll leave this thing here. I won't make the build picture of it yet. I will actually prepare, say that this will become tots. So 3.08 will be tots. We'll save the spot for it. This is the very old one. This is because yeah, I want to play around with this build as it currently is. So that layout. See if I like it, and then add it in. Because I remember kind of not per se liking it. In playing around with it on PTS, but also then back then, like not being aware how good of an increase in damage it is, because that kind of stuff is never like instantly obvious. You just assume that, yeah, it's just 50 weapon damage, and that wouldn't be that's big of an increase. Because actually, if we go back to the number sheet here, if it was weapon damage, even 50, it would only have been like 21%-ish increase as it is there. It being a 50% amp, separate multiplier, it's a 50% extra on top. And yeah, 50% extra on top is okay, is good. And yeah, I feel we will leave it there. Gonna put the Oreo back in the stash, and we're actually gonna, for the last part of it, we'll leave her as is. I'll play around with it, and we'll make a final decision. I'm gonna go back to my character that has the striker. We're gonna figure out if it's better to go Sokolov or contractors. Because yeah, that was a question that Toasty kind of had, or well, Toasty brought up that he's running it now, letting other people run the bonuses,
Safe area.
and then he's just benefiting from them. And let's maybe just do and. We'll just do and striker Oreo. We'll just use the same calculator. Then I don't have to set up a separate one. Let's go pick up the order of brewers. So we now also have 5 SMGs, exotic ones. I can actually kind of, I think. Let's put that away.
It's hard getting components.
That was a loud NPC in my ear there. Let me take this away for a second. I'm gonna go find the sheet that I used for yesterday/today's video. Because yeah, we can just take the numbers out of there and save ourselves some time. Which is this one. Let's bring it back up. This was the sheet of today's video thingy. We'll just copy some over. We need kind of this SMG one, although we need to kind of
Tablets will be restricted until further notice.
alter it as
Boil
well.
your water for at least 1 minute before consumption.
And then this contractor one. Also, actually, well, I don't know what this crit chance would. Well, actually, we need this with these numbers anyway. Actually, no. Let's do it right. Let's do it right. Because I don't know. I don't like from those. I don't remember which one was what setup. We're gonna put a chest of a striker in here. We're gonna put a group of piece in here. We're gonna put a contractors in here. And then we're just gonna take the stats of this thing. So yeah, it's gonna be well, let's actually back calculate the SMG because I don't remember. I don't have the vector number right into my head. Is it 150? Is it? There's a graded Oreo. And it's a damage number of 101. Actually, that part gets to stay 075. Oh, yeah, what's that? 4301 or 40330. And yeah, that's gonna, we're gonna put that in here, 40330. Actually, as well, I'm gonna do it with grade 20 as we have it here because that matters, of course, for the Sokolov piece. So 150. This is then the contractor. With flip one, actually, let's do it just so I don't like miscalculate or something, as I'm getting a little bit more tired. It's easy to make mistakes at those points. Just flip this over to a 6 crit chance. And all this. No calculations, we just copy. There's a 53, 166, for 0 to 100. 10. That's those numbers. Of course, this would have 8 DTOC or 8 DTA. And then this wouldn't have DTA. I likely don't have I mean, I don't have a Sokolov piece, most likely, because who keeps Sokolov's pieces, right? Except for chests or backpacks for Hunter's Furies in the past. Gonna put in this Fenris piece. Because it will have the right stats, except we just need to do +10. We won't be able to verify it specifically, but it will likely line up. Is that stat-wise? This would be the same now. So yeah, 50, 178. 53, 178. 200. Right, so, but then this would be 160. Because yeah, we're gaining that crit damage a little bit, and we're gaining that 10 weapon damage. And they basically are the same. So yeah. Which is actually considering the that is also on a graded weapon is actually, yeah, the Sokolov piece is much more valuable than a contractor's. We're even gonna do as well, so is this +7, and I'm putting this as calculation just so I can like look into the cell and kind of guess what I've done. That's it, this way. Because yeah, we're adding in basically someone else's coyote into this, which is what Salty, of course, or Salty, Toasty was kind of too many names ending with Y. Yeah, so it will be this, and yeah, they're basically almost the same. But of course, this DTA is not always active. You would even like even the health bars on the names, that is tiny amounts, would cancel this out. And especially outside of something like incursion, then it would be completely useless. I'm gonna name these things. So that is thoughts. That is thoughts. BP is VD. Actually, let's capitalize some of these. Otherwise, it's hard to. So BP is VD. That's BP is amp. And I'm gonna turn these numbers green. Just so I remember that those matched and these matched. And then, yeah, this is Oreo contractors. Actually, we should do. Yeah, well, Oreo Soko Love. I'm curious to see, actually. I'm gonna put these up here as well. Is this one minus 20? Is this one minus 20? The grading wasn't there. That is impressive. They are matching up close to like perfectly. And then, yeah, the grading actually loses it a little bit of percentages versus the contractors wins by a little bit more when you add in grading. But still, I would go Sokolov here because, yeah, this 8% isn't always active. Even just that health bars on the bosses and stuff, like you're much better off having something that is always active. Actually, I'll keep those numbers as well because it's actually interesting. We'll put here grade 0. Copy that over. Put that here as well and do 24 or 20 actually, 20. That's it. We've answered 2 questions there. What is the tip of the spear backpack talent? And why is the backpack talent the backpack talent? And yeah, what would be the better setup for that piece? But yeah, contractors, Fox's Prayer, they always all just end up being, because this is also basically Fox's Prayer, because like this is you're not using the brand bonus on either anyway, and then you just have that 8%, and then that 8% is basically competing against 1 crit chance roll extra, or well, 1 crit damage roll extra and the brand bonus, and that's why it evens out. But yeah, you need the crit chances anyway, so you're kind of losing out in that way. Yeah, and that actually will kind of reach our end of this afternoon stream. It was I feel productive. I hope not too boring. I hope there are others that also kind of enjoy number crunching, as I quite often do. So, but yeah, I'll likely do more of these like afternoon streams, which will be more like this, just although not too often, just here and there once in a while. Just, you know, hanging out, fixing the build collection stuff. Because I always in the evening kind of enjoy more just running around and playing and stuff. But yeah, doing some of the, we added in a bunch of builds, we moved a bunch of builds around, which is nice having that fixed up. Having Xuro set up, we do have that now set up. And on the build collection, because a lot of people were asking about it. Where did it go? It is 3 point something. 3 points. There we go. 3.04. And yeah, we might add in some numbers to this later, with like what the flamethrower does and what the BTSU or what the vial ticks will be when you run the BTS. When you don't run the BTSU version and run the vial version. But yeah, well, at least for now, people will have like a build to try out if they are interested in it. And as well, I'll play around with it as well. Although actually, yeah, for this evening stream, we'll be going mostly with my alt account. We'll be doing the league on them. We'll be doing the invasion with them because they need their final nemesis part. Just getting the league done on them, and then yeah, we'll revisit the main account maybe afterwards, or the other days, because I'm also done with account with second account. So second after tomorrow, second and third account will be done, and then we'll spend the rest of the week on X0 and Tip of the Spear and running around with more Ouroboros. So yeah. And indeed, Scooby there has as well. One of the issues that I have is, of course, my sign off is always have a good night, and it is not night. Although maybe for some it may be night. And for myself it isn't. So instead, I will indeed say, and this will also end the stream with it, to have a good day. Apparently. So yeah, have a good day, guys.